I'm so excited. Okay. I can't believe I didn't realize that one of my favorite game developers had a new game. I started playing a game called Scarlet Hollow last year, I believe. It is a graphic novel, and a chapter comes out like every couple of months. And they have a new game called Slay the Princess. You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of the path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world. She will do everything in her power to stop you. She'll charm and she'll lie and she'll promise you the world. And if you let her, she'll kill you 12 times over. You can't let that happen. Don't forget, the fate of the world rests on your shoulders. Don't you trust me? Black Tabby Games, they are amazing. Dude, I'm like, seriously, they are so good. But we are gonna play Slay the Princess demo and probably freak out, but that's okay. So it does say on the Steam page that it has, what are the warnings? It's like gore is a main one. Death, claustrophobia, no. Also contains flashing images, so that is major if you have like that issue. But there is mentions of like suicide and self-harm, so please, if you are sensitive to that sort of thing, maybe don't watch this. Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Oh my god.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Okay. I love this. Oh! The end of the world, what are you talking about? Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up? Killing a princess seems kind of bad though, doesn't it? Can't someone else do this?
While I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock.
Really?
Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up. And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation.
Okay.
Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that.
Okay. Okay, I know that there's a ticking time clock, but I'm sorry. I'm sitting here, I'm like, so we're on this little trek through the woods on the way to the cabin, and you're telling me that you don't have time to tell me why she is a danger and why she is going to end the world and why we should slay her. I think you could at least give me a TLDR. Because if you gave me like a nugget of information, like a tiny little boop, I'd be like, okay.
It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything. Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
Okay, so you hired me to kill someone. Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending? And I just realized I should move my webcam.
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
I think if there was no more people, I think the world would probably be much better. I think nature would heal. Do you have any evidence to back this up?
Look, you're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task? You've made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey.
I'd like to know what started this. Did somebody arrive at my house and be like, hello, yes, we need you to come here. Why would I go with you? Why am I doing this? Why am I here in the first place? Starting to have an existential crisis, just being like, why am I here in the first place? Oh no, the spiral. It's coming.
She's not dangerous. She's just a princess. The danger comes if she gets
She's
out,
not dangerous.
which she will unless you do something about it.
Okay, so my guess is that there's some sort of curse that's been put on her, and if that she comes out of this cabin or lives past a certain time, the curse is going to like end the world. It's the best thing I can come up with. Okay, what happens if she gets out? I want specifics. Oh my god, there's so many more. Oh, okay, I'm sold. Let's get this over with. Oh, okay, thanks for telling me what to do. Sweet. What happens if she gets out? I want specifics.
The more specifics you have, the harder it will be for you to do this very important job.
What if it
She's
makes it
a
easier?
princess. People will listen to her because listening to her is in their nature. And when they do, everything will come crashing down. Does it? Are you a monarchist? Is slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress? If anything, slaying a princess is much better than slaying a seamstress. Seamstresses contribute something of value to society.
But, I mean, I guess, like, I view princesses kind of like, they're kind of like government, I guess. Like, they influence. My god, are princesses just influencers? I don't like that I've come to this conclusion. Can someone else do this?
If only that were the case. But I don't make the rules. I have to say, I'm surprised at your reluctance thus far.
Really?
But unfortunately for the both of us, you're
Why?
the only one who can pull this off.
Why?
Like I said, I don't make the rules.
Who does?
No matter how much I wish I did.
Who makes the rules? Can I talk to them? Can I speak to your manager, Mr. Narrator? Yes, I like to speak to your manager. Who does make the rules?
Then I guess we'll just have to see what happens. But a word of warning. If you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies. And the more you listen to her honeyed words, the harder it'll be to pull yourself out.
Okay.
Then
Thanks.
each and every one of us is doomed. So sure, go talk to her. See how that turns out for all of us.
Okay.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
Why is she in the basement? Who lives in
We're
the
not gonna go through with
upstairs?
this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Oh. They're breaking the fourth wall and I'm uncomfy.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Oh, I'm confused. Hello? Wait, okay, so I'm like a puppet. I'm like the puppeteer for the hero, and the hero's like, we're not gonna do this, right? And I'm like, bro, you can I'm here to tell you what to do. What do you mean?
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare.
Oh.
The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Oh, you can just enter the basement without it. I'll take it.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world.
Ah! Ooh. Okay. This is creepy.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Could see it that way.
Her voice carries up the stairs.
Oh no.
Who's there?
It's commanding. Almost as though she's the one in charge down here. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Okay. Hi! Hi!
Don't be a
Hi.
stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
I wanted her voice to be like really soft and creepy.
You walk down
Sounds
the
so
stairs
normal.
and
Oh,
lock
no.
eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
What about this one? Is there supposed to be two? She broke one.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
This hero just wants to save her, get married, and be king.
Focus on the task at hand.
Are you here to kill me or something?
Maybe. What? I haven't decided yet. What? No way! Okay, yeah, you caught me. I'm here to slay you. Nah, nah. Nah. So funny.
Then drop the knife.
Oh, I forgot I had a knife.
We should. It'll go a long way to building trust with her. Don't you dare.
Oh, God.
It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. Killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
See, I just have a feeling that she is a monster, but like... I'm nervous. What if I don't get the knife back? What if I drop it and she's like, yoink, telekinesis, bitch, no, I have the knife. I don't want that.
You ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten your grip on the blade.
Poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be.
You step forward,
What?
your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it.
Oh.
So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
Do you hear the conviction in her voice? Do you see the razor sharpness in her gaze? I don't think she's bluffing.
She's threatening you, you dunce.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
Are you sure she's not armed? She has a big dress. What if something's stuffed under there? I'm sorry, can we just talk? I'm not dropping the blade. Drop the blade, slay the princess. What if she isn't bluffing? What if she kills us? Are you sure she's not armed? I'm sorry, can we just talk?
I'm positive. I'm not. But we'll keep our eyes peeled. If she has a weapon, she'll have to draw it before she can use it.
True.
Hesitating.
Ew!
Why don't you drop the knife and the two of us can be civilized with each other?
The way she said hesitating. No! Okay.
Then I'm not talking to you.
You stare at the princess, squinting. She squints back. The two of you are going to do this forever, aren't you?
Squint at the princess even harder.
Yeah, I'm sure.
For goodness sake, the two of you can't just stand around like this forever. Eventually, something is going to give, and I highly recommend that you be the one to take the initiative here.
Okay. If I slay the princess, that's like, oh my god, okay, I feel like this is one of those games where it's like, if I slay the princess, it's the end of the game. Or it's like, you try to kill her and like all hell breaks loose. But if I drop the blade, there's more like dialogue that could happen.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
I don't want to get
Against your
closer.
better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face.
I don't like it.
Unarmed. We'll be fine.
I don't like it.
I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
I won't.
So, this is a pretty awkward start to a relationship.
We're not in a relationship. What are you talking about? Yeah, it's a pretty awkward relationship. Are you coming on to me? How would I get you out of here? I'm here because you're going to end the world. There's people out there who think you're a threat to the world. What do you have to say about that? What's your name?
She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
Oh no, I don't like you. That answer was all I needed. Let's just slay the princess. Oh, you're one of those.
Note the lack of detail. You can't trust her.
Yeah, she's also full of herself. How long have you been down here?
Don't just tell her that.
What?
Do you believe that? Do you think I'm some
Oh, I
sort
don't
of
trust those eyes.
monster?
Maybe.
Did they even bother to tell you how I'm supposed to end the world? Because that just doesn't sound like the sort of thing I'd be capable of.
I'm sure they have their reasons for keeping information secret from me. No, and if I'm being honest, I'm more inclined to trust you than inclined to trust them. No. I've been told enough to reflect. What are you going to do if I let you out of here?
Princess hesitates before responding. She doesn't know. She's been down here too long to have any idea of what she'd do in another life. She knows what she'd do. She's just searching for whatever answer she thinks you want to hear.
I don't think what I do really matters.
Okay.
Look, at the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust.
Okay.
Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why.
Yeah, that's pretty
That doesn't
sus.
sound right to me. And I don't think it sounds right to you either. Otherwise we'd be killing each other instead of talking.
She has a point. There's a reason I've been telling you to question the situation, and there's a reason you've listened.
Okay, hero. I'm doing it myself. I'm not listening to you.
So, I could tell you that I'd lead a quiet life in the woods, or that I'd open an orphanage, or any other number of good things that I'm sure you want to hear. But you don't really know me, do you? What can my word possibly be worth in a situation like this?
She's right about one thing. Her word isn't worth anything.
What is her relationship with the
Like I said,
narrator?
it's all about trust. Blind trust. So, do you trust me, the prisoner, the victim, the princess clearly incapable of ending the world? Or do you trust whoever put me here?
She's wrong. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch no less.
How long have you been down here?
Too long.
That's vague. That's so vague. Both of you are being so vague. I want details. I want backstory. I want flashbacks. Neither of you are giving me anything. Ugh. My tolerance for bullshit is low, and you are bullshitting me. And don't look at your nails. Like, stop. Coming on
Don't
to me.
jump to any weird conclusions. We're two people who have met each other. By definition, we have a relationship.
That is true. How would I get you out of here? I don't want to ask that for the fact that I don't want to make her think that I'm going to help her escape.
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
You know
No.
why you're here.
Keep her locked away. I'm going to keep you locked away down here, at least for a bit, to know each other better while I decide what to do. I'm getting you out of here. Slay the princess.
That seems like a pretty good compromise. Leaving her alive is too risky. If you don't deal with her soon, she will find a way out.
What?
One way or another, I'm going to find a way out of here. You can make it easier for both of us if you help.
I don't know.
And if you don't...
If I don't, and what?
I can promise that you'll come to regret that decision.
Okay, you see, when you say things like that, I'm leaning towards just killing you.
You have to make a choice. Let's hope for all our sakes it's the right one.
You see, I don't know about this.
I know you think this is a fair compromise, but it isn't.
Exactly.
No one wins here.
Neither of you should win, because you're not giving me anything.
It's a chance we'll have to take. We can make this work. If we just stay here and keep watch, no one has to die.
You're making a mistake.
I know, probably I am.
You turn your back to the princess.
Pick
and
up
make your
the
way to the
knife,
stairs.
the
It won't
blade.
be long before I slip these chains. And once I'm out of here, there will be hell to pay for leaving you behind.
You left the blade.
Slip these chains? She can't, right? She needed our help to get out of here. But do you hear the conviction?
This hero is so dumb.
I don't think she's bluffing.
This is why you're not in
Either
charge.
way, she dropped her mask, didn't she? You can still turn around and finish the job.
Should I double down? I kind of want to double down. Just for the fun of it.
You'll be the death of all of us, but fine. Have it your way.
Okay.
Close the basement door, locking
Left
it
the
behind you and
blade.
quickly barricading it with the heavy wooden table that once held the blade. Okay, we can make this work.
How?
You settle in against the far wall to watch the basement door.
You're just gonna sit
Isn't
there
long
forever?
before you start to drift
Oh
off.
my god, of
your
course.
eyelids heavy with fatigue. But sleep doesn't come. Instead, your rest is broken by
No.
a piercing, wailing voice calling out to you from the other side of the door.
I know you're still there. Why don't you make things easier on yourself and let me out?
I wasn't ready for
It's
that.
not like this little door will hold for very long anyways. It's probably a good idea to try to get back on my good side.
She sounds terrifying. Like she's less of the princess you saw and more like something out of a nightmare. As she violently rattles the door, you do your best to shut her out of your
She's You're not understanding that she's out of the chains.
When I get out of here, I'm going to pick you apart piece by piece. I won't forget what you did, and I'll never forgive it. You don't know the kind of enemy you've made tonight.
I have a pretty good idea.
Doesn't sound like she's getting any weaker.
No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
So all of it was just an act, wasn't it? You're not really an innocent or harmless. You're not even a princess, you're a
I can
monster.
be innocent and harmless if we want to be. Teasing me with fresh air and a chance to finally live freely doesn't inspire me to play nice.
You put the princess's threats out of your mind as best you
Oh my
can
word.
and huddle up against the wall.
I wouldn't be able to sleep if I heard a voice like that. I'd be like, nope.
You jolt
Oh,
awake in the
good,
middle of the
great.
night to silence in the cabin.
Yay.
The ruckus
Love that
stops,
for us.
and the door to the basement is ajar, its lock broken, and the table shoved out of the way.
Hell yeah, she's on the ceiling.
Where is she?
She's on the ceiling.
Thanks for helping me
Oh!
get out of that awful basement.
You try and stumble to your feet, but as the princess draws near, it's as though your body simply stops working.
Pardon me.
It isn't all at once. The paralysis comes in waves.
Excuse me?
First your toes go numb, and then your feet, and then your legs. You lie prone on the floor of the cabin, unable to do anything but witness her approach.
You know what bothers me the most about this image is her pinky. Girl, you okay? Obviously not.
Whose side are you on?
What if you...
Yours, of course. But I have a duty to uphold the truth. Lying about the facts of the situation doesn't change them.
Yeah. Okay.
So helpless. I can take my time with you, can't I?
She steps closer.
No!
One silent footfall at a time, cocking
Leave.
her head in curiosity as you feel
No.
your organs shutting down one by one.
Oh. Oh no.
Or maybe I can't take my time with you. You don't look well. A little green around the gills. What a shame. If you'd only helped me get out of here, we could have done such wonderful things together.
I don't like you. Fuck you.
Your lungs stop drawing in
Oh
breath,
my god.
and your heart freezes in your chest.
Oh my
You
god.
have seconds left.
I'd say better luck next time. But we both know this is the end, don't we?
It can't be. This can't actually be how everything ends. I'm sorry, but it is. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Oh. Oh.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin,
Pardon?
and in the basement of that cabin
No.
is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Wait a minute. Happened. Okay, but I
I'm gonna
died.
assure you that you're not dead. And to answer your second question, you're here to slay the princess. I literally told you that a second ago.
Narrator, don't.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Are we sure we don't just want to turn around and hightail it out of here?
Who are
She's going to
you?
do unspeakable things to us if we go back there. Oh, is there another one of us in here? You're a
Oh.
voice of reason, right? Tell them we shouldn't go to the cabin.
Oh,
Tell them we shouldn't even bother.
who are you?
You are never going to slay her with that attitude. Stuff that pathetic little voice to the back of your mind and stay focused on the task ahead.
Oh, we're having more characters join. Okay. Well, don't you worry. I'll gladly slay that princess. She's got it coming. Should we try to help her escape this time? I kind of want to see what happens if we help her escape. But I kind of want to kill her because it's like, hello, you killed me. Which one we doing this time? I'd say this time around we help her escape.
You know I can tell when you're lying, right? Please take this seriously.
How can
I
you
am
tell I'm
begging
lying? Tell. I'm lying.
I have one last warning.
What?
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her.
Don't believe
Don't
it.
believe a word she says.
Oh no, I don't
God.
believe her.
We can't go in there. Do either of you feel sick? Because I feel sick just thinking about that place. We're going to die.
Okay, Mr. Meek, I agree with you. It's very sickening. I'm nervous, but we gonna
You
do
should
it.
be careful. There's something very wrong going on here.
Oh yes,
Ignore
100%.
them. They
What?
don't know what they're talking about. She's just a princess.
She might be-
No reason to get all freaked out.
Sir, I know when you're just trying to. I don't trust the narrator anymore. He could just be honest with us and be like, "Oh no, you're gonna relive this for the rest of your life. This is
The
purgatory."
interior of the cabin is plain.
Oh,
the smooth
no.
wood of the walls almost featureless. The only item of furniture is a lone table, knocked on its side in the corner of the room. A pristine blade stands between you and the
How did it
open,
get up here?
inviting basement door.
Why is my mouse thing little claw, just like finger with a long ass nail?
The blade is your implement. You need it if you want to do this right. No. The basement door. It isn't there anymore. She could be anywhere.
True.
It's just a frame.
It is just different. What happened to the door?
She's already gotten out, hasn't she? And she's ready for us.
Oh.
She's been waiting. No. What did you do? This isn't how things are supposed to go. She's supposed to be an ordinary princess. Quick, the blade.
Go ahead and take
Oh,
your
no.
little toy. It won't do you any good.
What happened to your hair?
Your legs go numb before you even have a chance to reach for the blade. You collapse to the floor as your lungs seize up, refusing to take in
Okay.
air.
Okay.
No, not again.
It's gonna happen again, isn't it?
I didn't think you'd come back. We're gonna have a lot of fun, you and I.
You just keep making this worse.
I wonder how
Oh,
many times I'll get to play with you before you break.
what? What's with your... Is that a mask, ma'am?
Everything goes dark.
And you die.
And you die. I'm sorry.
Oh my god. Hold on. Did I just say something? I saw them say that episode 3 is out. I've played Scarlet Hollow episode 3, but I haven't put it on YouTube yet. Yo! I'm an idiot. Okay, now I know I need to edit that. Okay. We're killing her.
That's the spirit.
Yep, we're gonna kill her. Let's go. Let's do it! We're killing her! She dead! Get it, get it, get it, get it. Take the blade. Yes, 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 yes. Let's go. Into the basement. Hurry, we have a job. Let's go. Are we getting paid for this?
You weren't kidding when you said you were here to kill me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it wasn't a joke.
Okay, well, what if you didn't kill me?
She makes
What?
a compelling point.
What?
What if we didn't kill her? What if we just dropped
What
the
if you
blade
didn't kill me?
and
That's a
talked?
good point. Shut up, you dummy.
Don't you dare.
Damn.
She's literally threatening us.
Do you hear the conviction in her
And this
voice?
dumbass. Okay,
She's
look,
unarmed.
I'm not gonna let you talk
If you
anymore.
hesitate now, it'll be too late.
Okay. You know what? Let's just slay the princess.
Doubt, unfortunately, clouds your thoughts as you attempt to run her through.
What? What doubt? What is wrong with my hand?
A moment of distraction and hesitation is all she needed to sidestep your thrust and deliver a catastrophic blow to your jaw. It feels like you've been hit with a sledgehammer. You can feel bone grinding on bone where your jaw has been fractured.
Ow, motherfucker.
Holy shit, that hurts!
How are you talking if your jaw is
Though she's
fractured?
unarmed, the shock of that first strike is enough to stagger you, putting you and the princess on somewhat equal footing.
Okay.
Your blade
Oh.
slashes through the air again
Ooh.
and again, and her fists connect with your body as many times or more, each impact as heavy as that first bone-crushing hit.
Ow.
We can still turn this around.
No. Finish the job.
You and the princess stare at each other, both gasping for breath, equally exhausted. You probably won't make it out of here alive, but you can at least make sure that she won't make it out of here either.
Okay.
Excuse me? Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the situation, and honestly, it's a
Okay.
miracle anyone is still standing right now.
What?
Can you not feel those ruptured organs bouncing around in there? If the princess doesn't do our friend in herself, internal bleeding is certain to finish the job.
Bruh.
The two of you
How do I-
clash for the final time. You feel your ribs break as
What?
she delivers a heavy blow, but you push through the pain, falling
Wh-
forward and
what
sinking your
it-
blade deep into the princess's heart.
Oh,
The two of you fall to the floor.
Oh.
this was fun.
The princess gasps, her voice an unhealthy rasp as her lungs start to fill with blood.
You put up more of a fight than I thought you would, but I have to wonder,
What?
do you really think this is the end?
Like to hope
There
that.
it is again. That razor-sharp look in her eyes and the terrifying
Shut
conviction in her
up.
words.
You dummy.
But you don't have the time to worry over such things. Everything goes black,
And you die.
and you die.
Okay. Chapter 2. Oh my god.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin.
Ooh, she gonna be
And
angry.
in the basement of
She
that
angry.
cabin, I can assure you that you didn't slay her and that she didn't kill you. People don't just spring back to life after dying, and the
Is
two
the
of us are
narrator-
meeting for the very first time.
I think the narrator's the real villain here.
There's nothing we can do to stop her.
Oh, the broken.
She's going to kill us again. Oh, is there another one of us in here?
Yes.
If you go to the cabin, you might as well just throw yourself at her feet and beg for mercy. You are never going to slay her with that attitude. Stuff that pathetic.
Okay. Turn around and
Seriously?
leave.
You're just going to turn around and leave?
Nope.
Do you?
The only thing that matters is where I'm not going. The cabin. I'm not going to the cabin.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin.
Okay. Is that it?
That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin.
I don't like this
How
game.
convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
I hate it here.
You're really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you?
I'm gonna
It's
do this as
remarkably
many times as it
selfish,
takes.
if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like,
Okay.
dies. Forever.
Okay. You're not emotionally blackmailing me into doing this.
Stakes and consequences aren't emotional blackmail. Facts of life, and if you had an ounce of maturity, you'd understand that.
I'm leaving.
But fine, you turn around and trek back down the path you came.
I'm leaving. I'm back at the cabin. I
Oh,
hate
would you
it.
look at that. You're at the cabin again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated confrontation with the princess.
I just keep checking through the wilderness until I find a way out of this
There's
place.
always a choice. Let me tell you right now that you're making the wrong one for
See how
pretty
many
much
times I can do
everyone
this?
who's ever lived, as well as for everyone who ever went.
How many times can I just turn around and walk away and then end up at the cabin
And here
again?
we go. As you
Oh!
plunge into the woods, something strange starts to happen.
No.
At first, it's little flickers out of the corner of your eyes. Glimpses of familiar wooden structures through the leaves.
The music is freaking me out.
But as you focus
Ew!
on your surroundings, you start to realize that those flickers weren't just a trick of light.
I don't like it here.
In every direction, there is a path and a cabin. And not just a cabin, the cabin. An infinite fractal of paths and cabins desperately trying to draw you back to where you need to be. Wait, what's going on? But you're too stubborn for that, aren't you? It doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear around you, you're just going to do whatever you can to shirk your responsibility because you care more about irritating me than you do about the fate of the world.
No, I care about the fact that I killed her and I'm here again. I think that's a little weird and you're not giving me any explanation, you asshole.
You've doomed us all. You know that, right?
Sure.
But of course you do. Otherwise you wouldn't just
Sure.
wander off into the forest in search of certain death. You lose track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness. But it's not like any of that time spent lost in the woods really matters, because it isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies.
Woo. What?
You're on a path in the woods, and you're
No.
here to slay her.
No.
What are you talking
There's
about? Those walls have
walls.
always been there. If there weren't any walls in the woods, someone might have gotten lost, or, heaven forbid, someone other than you might have stumbled onto the princess.
Ew. This is
If
gross.
he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it.
Shut up.
Yeah, screw this guy.
Nope.
They might have walled off everything but the path to the cabin, but I'm sure there's plenty of other ways we can
Ruin his day. Hell yeah.
If by
Let's go.
ruining my day you mean ruining everyone's day forever, then yes, I suppose there are plenty of ways you could pull that off.
I love it. We're just like, no.
Still, the world really did end last time, didn't it? We should be careful. You are never going to slay her with that attitude. Stuff those pathetic little...
Okay.
She will lie. She will... Maybe
Yeah,
we
I know.
should believe her.
Oh,
Maybe she isn't a liar. Ignore them. They're just being difficult for the sake of it.
I mean, yeah. You know what? We're gonna help her get out.
The interior of the cabin is odd, the air smelling faintly of plastic, the wood of the walls fitting together at uncomfortable angles. The only furniture is a plain wooden table, its
Wrong
legs
lengths.
all the wrong lengths, causing it to tilt towards the door.
Ew.
Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
What's wrong with this place?
The blade is your implement.
You
You'll
need
need
to.
it
Yeah,
if you
yeah,
want
yeah,
to
yeah,
use
yeah,
it.
yeah, 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 yeah.
If he wants us to take it, maybe we should just leave it to collect dust. Or better yet, grab it and throw it out the window. What good is a knife against a world-ending monstrosity anyways? I, for one, would rather have it. We don't really know what we're dealing with here.
No, we don't.
I've already told you what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a princess.
We're obviously
How many times do I
not.
have to explain this incredibly simple and straightforward premise?
We're not gonna take it.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an old wooden... Her voice
yes.
carries up the stairs, its multi-tonal lilt adding to the already uneasy atmosphere.
Hello. Is someone there?
Why is she singing?
This isn't what I expected her to sound like.
The narrator is just as dumb as...
What is she?
What is she?
I think we'd all like to know.
Right?
You're playing a dangerous game by coming down here unarmed. You carefully make your way down the stairs. As you descend the final step,
Ew!
the form of the princess comes into view. She locks eyes with you, one moving a little faster than the other.
Oh, no.
The loose skin of her face stretches into something resembling a smile. Good lord. Something in her neck bulges, roiling under her skin as she starts to speak, her voice pouring out between her closed teeth.
Nope.
Don't be a stranger.
I don't like it.
It's been
I don't like it. I don't want it.
since
I
I've
don't.
had a friend.
I don't like it. I don't want it. Okay, I do have to try to help her escape now.
Hello?
It's hypnotizing. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed. How many times do I have to tell you how dangerous letting her out of here would be before it finally sinks in?
Wait, really? You're here to rescue me? I was starting to think I'd be stuck down here forever. Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
Okay, hi.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her
What's
to the
up,
far wall
girl?
of the
How you
basement.
doing?
She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
No.
Hi. I can't believe you're here. I've been waiting for something like this to happen forever. I hope you brought something to deal with these chains.
Don't do it. If she gets out of those chains, we're all one step closer to the end.
Well, it's been fun.
You're only making this more difficult.
I know.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh yeah, she's a monster for sure.
You're
but
making
I'm helping her
a
out.
huge mistake.
I know.
No, you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall
Give them a
and give them
tug.
a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
We'll cut off her hand.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
No.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her
You're
chains
right.
somewhere in the cabin.
Maybe there's some way to break the chains?
Okay.
Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
What?
We'll cut off her hand.
She offers the suggestion with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out if it meant we could finally be free.
I mean, that is true.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut.
Oh.
You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here? Your shouts and pleas are met with silence. I'll repeat myself once again. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't
No,
leave
I'm a prisoner.
until the task is done.
Great.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Yeah.
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
Yeah, they did.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates before raising her arm
Jesus
to
Christ.
her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf. As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that. Fine. Against your better judgment,
Ew.
you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's
What's
arm,
wrong with
just above
us?
the unyielding
Look at our
chain
nails. Who
binding
are
her
we
to
and
its
what
waist.
are we?
You cut into her
Ew.
flesh.
Oh god.
The blade is sharp, and it takes little
Ew.
effort to crack through the bone of her arm. Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit.
It's gross.
She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal.
Yeah, she's a monster.
No, she didn't. She clutches the wound, softly smiling as her gaze meets yours. How is she still smiling over everything?
You're
It's like she
free.
isn't even bothered by what just
She's a
happened.
monster.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Okay,
No,
let's
we
go.
won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that.
The narrator.
Watch me.
No.
What are you doing?
Stop that.
Oh, I thought this was all a little too easy.
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges.
Wait, she
She
dodges.
dodges.
She dodges.
Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying
He's
to get you out
taking
of here
control
alive.
of me. Resist.
The blade. Move the blade.
No.
I'm sorry. I can see you're doing your best to resist what's happening to you. I'll try and make this quick.
No.
She pounces on you with the same animal ferocity she used to tear through her arm. You feel her claws on your throat, then her teeth, somehow sharp enough to pull apart your flesh and sinew with ease. You collapse to the floor, your body unresponsive as your blood pools on the ground beneath you. She stares down at your ravaged form, eyes shining in the darkness.
No, she's
dress
down an arm.
stained red as your blood seeps into her
She'd
face.
only do so much damage.
When she manages to escape from this place and bring ruin to the world,
No, that it was all your
know
fault.
that it was all your fault. It
Okay.
can't just end like this, right? As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny
Oh
the
my
reality of
gosh.
what's happened. Everything goes dark,
And you
die.
die. Chapter 2. The Damsel.
You're on a path you're here to.
Ooh.
My tricks? What on earth are you talking about? We've just met for the first time.
You're
you
the
and I.
reason I died, not her.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's
I mean,
best
technically,
to keep it
she's
that
the
way.
one that killed me, but like, if he hadn't taken control.
Don't forget what he did to us the last time around. We can help her. Just have to find a way. Oh, is there another one of us in here?
Yeah.
Help her? Need I remind you how catastrophically dangerous she is? I told you about the stakes of this situation less than a minute ago. Sure, and all of us in here definitely believe you. Just stay focused on the task at hand.
I feel like at this point there's nothing more you can
I
say.
have one last warning. She will lie.
Yeah, she will cheat.
Yes, don't believe a word she says. Just go in, take the knife, and do what you're supposed to. Wink. Did you just say the word wink out
Yes.
loud? No, I didn't.
Wink.
Wink. Just ignore this clown and focus on the princess.
Gay. Hello.
The interior of the
This will
cabin is
help
almost
you.
entirely empty. The blade is your implement.
I don't want it. No.
The
No.
door to the basement creaks open, revealing a stair. Her voice carries softly up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
You're playing a dangerous game by It's even more hypnotizing than before. Is it more hypnotizing than before, or is that just what we want it to be? I think we're in love. For everyone's sake, you're not in love.
You're not in love, bro.
Just don't let her charm you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Yeah, the hero's dumb.
You
Oh my
walk
God.
down the stairs and lock eyes with the
Poor thing.
princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to
How?
the far wall of the basement.
How is there a
She's
chain?
still so beautiful. And she has both of her arms again. Did everything we just went through actually happen? It must have, because she's different. Can't you tell?
You. I remember you. You're going to help me get out of here, right?
She does look different. What? Okay, there are probably so many endings. I actually want to like look up to see how many endings Slay the Princess has. 7. I might do another video down the road of the other 4 endings. First ending I get, me just being like, nah dude, nah, I'm just gonna leave her. She gonna be down there like, good night, I'm not doing this, no, I can't murder, but like, should've. This is good, and honestly, I'm glad I played this because I don't know how this happened. That was creepy. Okay. That was a lot of fun. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me and watching me play the demo for Slay the Princess. If you want to play it yourself, I'll leave a link to the Steam page down below, so definitely go check it out. But yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Bye!